Imagine witnessing a living legend like Paul McCartney at 83 years old, channeling the ghosts of his past while throwing the ultimate rock and roll bash in the heart of Las Vegas. It's a reminder that some music truly transcends time and loss. But here's where it gets controversial. How do we reconcile the joy of his performances with the bittersweet tributes to those who've passed? Dive in as we unpack the electrifying Las Vegas stop of his Got Back tour, where nostalgia met high-energy spectacle, and discover why this show might just redefine what a concert can be. Paul McCartney made the past feel incredibly alive during his Las Vegas performance at Allegiant Stadium on October 4th, 2025, as part of his Got Back tour. On stage, he spoke fondly of his departed bandmates, starting with John Lennon, whom he hailed as if Lennon were just backstage, ready for a duet. "Let's hear it for John," he cheered, evoking a sense of presence that was both heartwarming and haunting. Then, he honored George Harrison by switching to a ukulele that Harrison had gifted him years ago, strumming a simple, stripped-back version of something. This moment stood out as one of the show's rare, quiet interludes, a tender nod to the emotional depth beneath the surface. McCartney's aim was clear: to turn the night into the biggest party in Vegas, keeping the audience on their feet for a solid 2.5 hours of non-stop music. While it wasn't as wild as that might suggest, perhaps due to the crowd's older demographic, where even a 40-something reviewer felt like a young lady, it was undeniably a fantastic, unbroken celebration. The energy was palpable, and McCartney delivered with the charisma of a true icon. Get Paul McCartney tickets here. https:/stubhub.krf.hn/clickcamera.preference.Paul McCartney tickets directly. The show kicked off with explosive force, opening with Help, a track McCartney hadn't performed live in 35 years. https:/consequence.net.org/Paul McCartney, Help 35 years. For beginners, Help is one of the Beatles' early hits, a cry for emotional support that captures the band's youthful energy. It was the perfect launch, getting everyone dancing and hyped. McCartney teased the setlist, promising some old ones, some new ones, and some in between. His idea of new was flexible, as he soon played Come On To Me from 2018, quipping, "Relatively new, it's new enough." Given his decades-long career, 2018 does feel fresh, and it highlighted how McCartney's music spans generations. To emphasize his long history, he delved into his pre-Beatles days with the Quarrymen, a band he formed as a teenager in Liverpool. He performed In Spite of All the Danger, pausing to reminisce about those early Liverpool days, young lads recording their first song. "They did quite well for themselves," he said with a knowing grin, showcasing the humble beginnings that led to global fame. Following that, he played the Beatles' debut EMI single, Love Me Do, which burst with the same sunny pop charm it had in 1962. The setlist flowed more by mood than strict timeline, dipping into melancholy with a graceful take on Blackbird. For this song, McCartney ascended an elevated platform, spotlighting him and his guitar, while the band stepped back, a clever staging choice that kept things dynamic without overshadowing the tunes. And this is the part most people miss: the emotional pivot. He followed with Here Today, a heartfelt tribute to Lennon about the difficulty of expressing love to friends. Acknowledging the dip in mood, he shifted to the night's newest track, Now and Then. Consequence.net/2023/11/Now and Then, the Beatles Song of the Week, ending with thanks to Lennon for co-writing it. This blend of sorrow and gratitude added layers to the show, making it more than just a performance. The energy ramped up again with Lady Madonna on a colorful upright piano, then Jet from his band Wings, https:/consequence.net, artist Wings, full of exuberance. Other Wings hits, like Let 'Em In, Band on the Run, and the pyrotechnic spectacle of Live and Let Die, kept the momentum. The fireworks for Live and Let Die were so intense, they rivaled a WWE event, forcing McCartney to duck and cover his ears from the boom. It was a thrilling, if deafening, highlight. Hey Jude served as the pre-encore closer, and nothing prepares you for a stadium roaring "na na na na" in unison, led by the song's creator. McCartney stayed connected with the crowd, reading signs like one for a fan's 122nd show or a cheeky request for an autograph on someone's butt, which he politely declined. He shared a warm moment with a sign about Shea Stadium, replying, "So was I," with a smile. His backing band was stellar, playing with precision and flair. Guitarist Brian Ray delivered impressive solos, while drummer Abe Laboriel Jr. beamed with joy, even conducting the crowd during 1985. They fostered a playful vibe, like when McCartney capped "Let Me Roll It" with an impromptu Foxy Lady cover for Jimi Hendrix, recalling seeing Hendrix in a tiny London club early in his career. McCartney noted how the venue filled up after word spread, a testament to Hendrix's rising star. As for McCartney's vocals, it's worth noting they've aged, which might disappoint some fans. Yet his enthusiasm shone through, especially in a twangy "I've Just Seen a Face" that felt like a 20-year-old's energy. The encore began with "I've Got a Feeling," featuring a duet via remastered footage of Lennon from Peter Jackson's Get Back documentary, https://consequence.net 2021-11 Get Back Beatles Series Revelations. https://jerseyeveningpost.com and Crackaditor 0429 Sir Paul McCartney uses documentary footage for John Lennon duet. In stage return. "I like that song because I get to sing with John again," he said simply. Lennon and Harrison are gone, but McCartney treats them as alive through their music, a poignant reminder that art endures beyond us. But here's where it gets controversial. Is it ethical to use technology or footage to resurrect deceased artists for performances? Some see it as a beautiful tribute, while others argue it blurs the line between reality and illusion. And what about McCartney's voice? Does its wear show the passage of time, or does his passion make up for it? These choices spark debate, inviting us to ponder how we honor legacies in the modern age. Setlist, Help, the Beatles song. Coming up, Got to Get You Into My Life, the Beatles song. Drive My Car, the Beatles song. Letting Go, Wings song. Come On to Me. Let Me Roll It, Wings song. Getting Better, the Beatles song. Let 'Em In, Wings song. My Valentine, 1985, Wings song. Maybe I'm Amazed, I've Just Seen a Face, the Beatles song. In Spite of All the Danger, the Quarrymen song. Love Me Do, the Beatles song. Dance Tonight, Blackbird, the Beatles song. Here Today, Now and Then, the Beatles song. Lady Madonna, the Beatles song. Jet, Wings song. Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. The Beatles song, Something, the Beatles song, Obla-Dee Obla-Da. The Beatles song, Band on the Run. Wings song, Get Back, the Beatles song, Let It Be. The Beatles song, Live and Let Die. Wings song, Hey Jude, the Beatles song, Encore, I've Got a Feeling. The Beatles song, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Reprise, the Beatles song. Helter Skelter, the Beatles song. Golden Slumbers, the Beatles song. Carry That Weight, the Beatles song. The End, the Beatles song. Paul McCartney 2025 tour dates. 10-4, Las Vegas, Nevada, at Allegiant Stadium. Buy tickets. https://consequence.net/events/Paul McCartney at Allegiant Stadium on 2025, 10-4-2001, 10-7, Albuquerque, NM at Isleta Amphitheater. Buy tickets. https://consequence.net/events Paul McCartney at Isleta Amphitheater on 2025, 10-07, 2001, 10-11, Denver, Colorado, at Coors Field. Buy tickets. https://consequence.net/events Paul McCartney at Coors Field on 2025, 10-11, 1931, 10-14, Des Moines, Iowa, Wells Fargo Arena. Buy tickets. https://consequence.net/events Paul McCartney at Coors Field on 2025, 10-11, 1931, 10-14, Des Moines, Iowa at Wells Fargo Arena. Buy tickets. https://consequence.net/events Paul McCartney at Coors Field on 2025, 10-11, 1931, 10-14, Denver, Colorado. at coursefield/concerts.consequence.net/events Paul McCartney at Casey's Center on 2025 10/14/2000. 10. Does McCartney's use of technology to duet with Lennon feel like a touching homage or an eerie step too far? And is his voice's evolution a sign of authenticity or something to lament? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree, disagree, or have your own take on how artists should handle aging and loss?